This mother had a young child, maybe about his age. How old are you? 5. Okay. I thought you were 10. You look like a big boy. So this boy was 5 years old. And his mother was worried for him because he had an addiction to sweets. You all like Indian sweets, right? It's very, very sweet. You know, I'm born in Singapore, right? And my parents were born in Singapore, my grandparents were born in Singapore. And until I got introduced to ISKCON, we didn't really know what Indian sweets were. Because in Singapore, we were more exposed to a variety of different kinds of sweets. Malay sweets, mixture. But I only started eating all the traditional sweets when I came to ISKCON. And you realize they're very sweet, very relishable, isn't it? If you're not careful, within 1 week you will get diabetes. But this boy was taking sweets very often, and the mother was very afraid. So she thought she would bring the boy and meet this wise man. So she asked the wise man, "Sir, my son is addicted to sweets, and therefore I need you to help me to stop him from his addiction." So the wise man said, "All right, I can do it, but I need 2 weeks. You come back after that, and then you will see me." So mother thought maybe this wise man has so many appointments, he's very busy. 2 weeks later, she brings the boy back. And 2 weeks after that, when she goes back to pick the boy up, lo and behold, the boy is free from the addiction of sweets. He's very free of it, he's not attached to it. So the mother became extremely happy. And she thanked the old man. But she asked him an important question. She asked him, "Sir, I want to know why you took 2 weeks. I want to know why you took 2 weeks to actually cure my son of the addiction to sweets. Why? Why did you take 2 weeks? Were you busy? Did you have some formula? Did you have to prepare yourself?" And the old man said, it was very simple. "I took 2 weeks to prepare myself and to see your son, because I realized that when your son came to me and he had addiction to sweets, in order for him to be helped by me, I needed to cure my addiction to sweets. I was very addicted to sweets also. So I took 2 weeks to cure myself, and then I could cure your son, because I experienced it. And therefore, what I experience, I can give you." You know, it is stated in our sastras, if I have $5 in my pocket, how can I give you $6? I can't, right? I can only give you 5. So we are as good as our experience. If you've experienced what it is to chant, you can share that experience with someone else. If you have not experienced it, if you've just theoretically analyzed it and you've not imbibed it into your life, it is very difficult for us to actually practice this wonderful bhakti. So that's why we place so much emphasis on actually participating, as you all did so nicely. Because you participated, you have a sense of experience. If you were just armchair philosophical speculators sitting on the chairs up there and just looking at us as if this is a performance, you would never get into it. But because wholeheartedly, lovingly, you opened your heart to the chanting, you could experience it. You could experience it. In Srimad Bhagavatam, you all know Indra, isn't it? Indra is a very powerful devata. He is the king of Swargaloka. You also know Aditi and Diti, isn't it? Aditi and Diti are 2 sisters. Aditi was was the mother of all the devatas, and Diti was the mother of all the asuras, right? Asuras. Now, Diti's 2 sons, very powerful sons, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they were killed by Vishnu. But they were killed because Vishnu wanted to protect the devatas who are devotees, specifically Indra. When Diti found out that both her sons had been killed, she wanted revenge on Indra. And so she went to her husband, who is known as Kashyap, very powerful Prajapati. And she decided that she will serve him very nicely, so that he will give her the boon of having a son who would be able to kill Indra. That was her desire. She wanted to kill Indra. So what she did was she started serving her husband very nicely. And Bhagavatam says she served him so well that Kashyap became so pleased with her that he said, ask whatever you want and I will give it to you. And then Diti realized, this is my chance. So she said, I want a son. And Kashyap said, of course it is my duty to give you a son. But I want a son who will be able to kill Indra. Can you give me that son? You had promised. Now Kashyap was thinking, what a foolish man I have been. I was swayed by the sweetness of my wife, but I did not realize she had an ulterior motive in her heart. So he was thinking, how can I give her a boon of a son who will actually kill Indra? It is such a bad thing to do. And this, how will we grow if we have such thoughts in our hearts? So he was thinking and praying to Krishna, Krishna, give me the intelligence to adjust this situation. And so Krishna is in the heart of everyone. He is Paramatma. And whenever we are praying hard to Krishna, Krishna is Paramatma, will hear us. He will hear us. He is the voice of our conscience. So Krishna then suggested to Kashyap in his heart. And he then told Diti, I will agree to give you a child who will kill Indra. But you have to do something. You have to take up a vow, a very powerful vow, a prayer of 1 year. It is known as the Pumsavana vow. It's a very powerful vow. It's found in Bhagavatam. If you follow this vow very strictly for 1 year, the child who will come will be a powerful enemy of Indra and will vanquish him. But, my dear wife, if you make any mistake, any discrepancy anywhere, then immediately, instead of this child becoming an enemy to Indra, this child will become a friend to Indra. Of course, Diti did not want that. She wanted enemy, not friend. And she said, you tell me what I have to do for 1 year. As I'm conceiving the child, I will do it. She was so determined to kill Indra. So then Kashyap said, all right, this is what you must do. The vow is very important. The first thing of the vow is, you must not be angry with anyone. That's difficult, isn't it? The whole vow is based on anger of Indra. You must get rid of anger in your heart. No envy. You know that envy is the source of anger. When you're envious of someone, that means someone is doing better than you. And very often, we are not very nice with people we are envious to. Very often, we become angry with them. You can't show it, but we're very envious with them. You know, it is stated in Shastras, when you're envious of someone, that person you're envious of, they sleep very well, but you can't sleep well. You're sleeping very well, but you keep thinking of them, I'm very envious of him and envious of her. So Diti was told, stop anger, stop envy, do not have lust, do not have greed, and do not, always be hankering for something which you do not have. This is another problem in our life. Whenever we see someone and we think they have something, immediately we think we must have it too. This hankering never stops. We say, never mind. Today I will take this, I will be satisfied. But in our life, very seldom we are satisfied. So Diti was told, don't hanker, don't be angry, don't be lusty, don't be envious. All of these were completely opposite to what she was supposed to be feeling. Then he also told her, every day you must worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by chanting the Lord's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama. You must bathe yourself. You must always keep yourself clean. Never let your wet hair be down. And when you're going to sleep, never sleep during the evening. You must fast very carefully. All these vows. Diti took everything down and she said, I will do it. What was Kashyap doing? Kashyap was actually trying to change her. But he knew that if he were to tell her directly, she will oppose. So he told her through the form of a vow. And so Kashyap prayed to Krishna and Diti was left to be. In the 1 year as Diti was performing her vow, she was performing it perfectly. Indra in Swargaloka, because he's very powerful devata, he heard about this vow of Diti. And he began watching Diti. Don't forget, Diti is his auntie, right? his auntie. And he became worried. If Diti actually completes the vow, her son will kill me. And Indra thought, why should I be killed? So he carefully thought about it and he thought, let me come and serve Diti. So he came one day to Diti's hermitage and he told her, Auntie, how are you? I have heard that you are taking a very great vow. I don't know what it is for. Of course he knew, but he won't tell her. And he said, can I assist you? Because your vow requires so many things, you got to get this prepared, that prepared. And you're my auntie, right? So let me help you, I'll do that. So Diti in her heart thought, you know why you're doing this. Indra in his heart thought, you know why I'm here. They both were thinking not very well of each other. But in life, sometimes we smile at people, but in our hearts, we don't mean well for them. In the same way, Diti and Indra were doing the same thing. So Diti said, all right, you can serve me, my dear nephew, thank you so much. And Indra thought in his heart, very good. I'm going to find the time when my auntie makes a mistake, and then with my power, I will enter the womb of my auntie with the child. So he waited and waited. And one day, just before the year was over, Diti made a mistake. Right? She didn't wash her feet after she came in, and she was very tired because she was fasting, and she fell asleep just during the Sandhya period. Sandhya period of time is not the time we should sleep. It's an inauspicious time to sleep. That's why we have aratis during that Sandhya. Okay? So the moment she went to sleep, Indra said, this is my time. He looked at the list and said, aha, she's broken item number 72, 73, and therefore I'm going to enter the womb. And she entered, and he entered the womb because he's very powerful. He became small because of his yogic power. He entered the womb. Now, to his surprise, Diti's womb was not dark. All mothers' wombs generally are dark, unless you have some electricity or some torchlight. Nobody will have that. The child, the unborn child in the womb, right, is in a very precarious situation. If you read Shastras, they will tell you that the unborn child is at the mercy of his mother or her mother. Mother angry, child feels it. Mother happy, child feels it. Mother loves chili, child will have to suffer the chili. Mother likes all sweets, child will get diabetes before even being born. So all the effects of the mother is on the unborn child. And normally the womb is a very dark place. If you know science, you will know that in the womb sometimes there are also worms, right? There are worms, intestinal worms that grow with the child at the same time as the child is growing. It is a fact, you can check with your doctors. And these worms affect the child. So it is not a pleasant place for the child to be. That's why when children come out, they don't come out smiling. They all come out crying. I never heard of a child who was smiling. If you have, let me know. It is the nature of the world that you come into this world crying, right? We are very happy when they cry. Only they know why they're crying. Because they had hell, 9 months of hell, all stuffed in the womb. But Diti's womb was very beautiful. It was glowing. And her embryo, the unborn child, right? It was glowing. Bhagavatam tells us it was glowing not because of light, but because of the nice bhakti and devotional service that Diti was doing. But remember, Diti was not doing bhakti in a manner where her heart was ready with Krishna. She was doing bhakti with a purpose to kill Indra. But even then, bhakti is so powerful that even if you approach Krishna with an ulterior motive, he will purify your motive and he will change your heart. This is the power of Krishna. Diti did not realize that she was being purified. She didn't realize that even though she wanted to kill Indra, her consciousness was changing. That's why the child in the womb was protected. So if mothers, if you are chanting Krishna's names daily, your unborn child is protected, and your born children are also protected. Your husbands are protected. Your wives are protected. Protected not in the way that you keep your bank balance and your CPF and your car, you go for upgrades. Those things will come and go. But your consciousness, your peace, that no one can purchase for you. This is what bhakti gives you. So, when Indra entered, he saw the child. What did he do? He took his thunderbolt weapon and he tried to pierce the child, attempting to kill it. But in doing so, the child did not die. Because it was protected by devotional service, the child was divided into 7 embryos. He threw the thunderbolt again, and the 7 embryos were divided 7 times. 49 pieces of the embryo. And each of them became a child of its own. And they all started crying. And Indra said, "Stop, don't cry." She will hear, "Be quiet, I'm supposed to kill you." And the 49 children said, "Indra, why do you want to kill us? We are your brothers. We are your brothers. We are not here to destroy you, and you are not here to destroy us." The moment Indra heard that the children were not going to destroy him, he became remorseful. And he thought, what have I done? And at that point of time, the 49 children came out of the womb of Diti, as did Indra, and Diti awoke. When Diti awoke, she looked at the amazing sight of the children and Indra, the enemy she wanted to kill. And she turned to Indra and said, "Indra, tell me honestly what has happened. Be honest." And in our Shastras, Srila Prabhupada writes, it is an irony that Diti wanted Indra to be honest when she herself was not honest. But devotional service can change our dishonesty to honesty. And so Indra admitted to Diti, "Auntie, I have not been correct, and I have not been very truthful. I entered your womb to kill your child, but I saw how devotional service had changed you. I feel very remorseful and ashamed that I have done this to you. Please forgive me for my thoughts."